Angle's all fucking weird. It really doesn't matter. Um, I was just sitting here thinking about how like why is it that that humans think they know, right? No matter what institution it seems like institutions think they know. Whether it's like scientists, scientists think they know. Religious people, religious people think they know. Um, Doctors think they know. Fuck. I mean, philosophers think they know. Psychedelic philosophers think they know. We all think we know. But what the fuck do we think we know? Like, what do we know is the question. And knowing, I feel like, is. There's a difference between knowing and actually feeling. Because you can know something but not feel it. And if you can't feel it, then it's not real. It's not. There's no substance to it. That's what I mean. What what's the point of spitting out a bunch of knowledge? Yes, it could be correct, or yes, it could you could know something. It could be like, yeah, I know this, and yeah, you spitting out this knowledge, and you know this, but you know this thing without the substance on how you got to that knowledge in the first place. Um, Now that's the religious side, right? Science will look at it like, without being straight on, you can't know. So it's like science. The science point of view is you have to know by looking at like um measurements and mathematical sequences, and what things you can repeat, and peer reviewed science documents, things like that, science papers and shit like that, right? But religions really don't. Religions go on a faith thing mixed with a certain way. The one thing I like about science, though, with their knowing, is that their knowing can change. Like, the science updates and reviews itself and can prove itself wrong eventually. Religion tends to not do that. But to step away from science and religion, just humans in general, right? Parents think they know, right? You can get any parent in the world and they'll tell you that they raised their kid right. You try to give them parent advice. Giving parenting advice is the hardest thing in the world because everyone's like, "Oh, I'll raise my kid the way I want to raise my child," and like, it's my child, not yours. You can raise your child the way you're raising your child. That's fine with you, but I'm doing it my way. Um, and it's like parents have the same view that religions do, have the same view that science does, which is nobody's listening. Nobody is fucking listening, and that's why nobody knows a motherfucking thing. Nobody knows how to parent. Nobody knows what God is, or what death is, or what life and death and what heaven and hell. Nobody, like, that could all be fairy tale bullshit. Nobody knows if science, like, if these scientists are actually correct or just bias. Like, this is the thing. Nobody knows. We don't know if you're telling the truth. We don't know just as much as they don't know. And basically, this is a video about how much humans don't know shit. I don't know a motherfucking thing. And there's a lot of people that, look at me like I know something, right? But I don't know anything. I don't know. I'm just living my life, going through life and experiencing life, and I'm learning as I go, just like everyone else. And I'm just paying attention to shit. Like, people look at um celebrities like they know something. People look at, we have the same way we used to look at our parents is the same way we look at the world. We look at these religions, science, our bosses at work, everyone like they know something. You got a college degree, you think you know something. You still don't know anything. I know many people that have no college degrees that are smarter than people with college degrees. It's a piece of paper doesn't define what you know, because still it goes back to the fact that nobody knows anything. We don't know. There is so it's like, I just think we have to listen to each other. We have to open our ears and open our perspectives. I feel like science needs to listen to religions, and religions needs to listen to science. I think parents need to listen to other parents and get everyone's perspective on parenting, so we can have a better idea on how to parent our children. Because if we parent our children better, we will actually change the world instead of just talking all this bullshit claiming we want to change the world. Because the world is up to our kids to build. So that's just, life. That is what is, right? But it's like, is that what is? Like, what is what is? What the fuck is anything? Like, I'm speaking a bunch of knowledge, right, out of my head that I've learned over the years of just exploring just knowledge and different ways of thinking and different points of views and things like that, right? But is it anything? Does it mean anything? Humans have forgotten what the hell we are. So we started from just spitting a bunch of mouth noises that made no fucking sense. Made no sense whatsoever. Just to say, I mean, it's the same thing monkeys do. Monkeys go ooh, ee, ah, ah. Like, that's what we did the same thing. We used to, like, whistle and, like, cluck at each other, and, like, that's what I'm doing right now. Right? Everything I'm doing right now is just different fucking mouth noises. When we look at animals sitting there just making their weird animal noises, I'm just making my human weird animal noises. And we think this means something. We think that we put meaning to it. We define what the fuck it means, and then that's what it is. But that's what I mean. That's what I'm trying to get with this whole fucking video, is that you don't know, there is nothing to know. There is nothing to know. Because there is nothing. Nothing exists. Nothing, there is nothing. It's like the paradox of the fucking universe is that there is nothing inside of the everything. And it makes no fucking sense unless you've, like, been a Buddhist monk for 30 years or been traveling with psychedelics for a few years. Because when a Buddhist monk sits there and meditates, he's doing nothing to the observer, but to him, he's doing everything. And that's life. And I don't know, I just think that, we all think we know, right? I mean, musicians think they know too. You can get a guitarist that thinks they know, and they know how to play the guitar. Get another guitarist that thinks they know and they can play the guitar. They play completely different, let's say, on completely different tunes, completely different frequencies, completely different whatever, but yet they both know. But what do they know? They both know how to play the guitar, but yet they're doing it slightly different. This is the only thing that I feel like we truly can know is eventually ourselves if we end up searching for it. The only way you search for yourself is you gotta go in your head and start thinking. You gotta go in your head and start questioning. If you don't want to question the world, question why you don't want to question the world. That's because the only way we know something is when all scientists come out and say, we have no clue what the fuck we're talking about. We don't know what the fuck we're doing. But anybody else have any ideas that's not a scientist that maybe can have a different point of view? When religious people do that same thing and say, does anyone who is not in a religion have a point of view on this? Because that's what it's going to take for us to really get to maybe knowing something. Which is realizing we don't know. Realizing, like, if you want to be smart, you got to realize you don't know shit. It's just simple. It's a paradox, but it's the truth. The most smartest people in the world most likely don't believe they're the smartest people in the world, and that's why they can keep acquiring knowledge. Because if you ever think to yourself, you are the smartest person in the world, then you can't get any smarter. Because if you think you're already the smartest person in the world, you have no need to learn new knowledge. But if you think you're not really that smart, then you'll continuously learn knowledge. And continuously. So if you continuously think you don't know, then you will continuously maybe get to a point in your life one day where you do know. Thank you guys so much for watching. You're fucking amazing. Peace out.